Hello and welcome to the FXReturn.com Market Quick View report for Friday, January 30th, 2009. It's about 5 o'clock GMT, and we can see the Euro trading in the background, 28.82. Let's talk about today. Rather than making predictions, let's look at what happened. We had a wave down. That wave retraced 61.8%. We then broke down, and we're making our way down, and we're holding this downtrend channel. Currently 28.82 in a downtrend, and we're building some momentum to the downside. So we have to look at these next levels of support. So the next level is 27.46. That would be the downside level onto these double bottoms down here at 23.18. To the top side, I would say that the resistance is very strong at the 50-day exponential moving average at 33.07. So you can see what we're trying to do is find a way to catch on with the prevailing trend. So that's the outlook in the Euro. Let's look at the British Pound. We've been following the British Pound through all its ups and downs, but each time that we have broken down in a downtrend, broken one of these yellow lines, the market has suffered a correction. The MACD also turns over. This is for you to learn. It stops building in a downtrend, and when it breaks through and stops building, then there's not much else for it to go. It's going to continue to go in the direction of the moving averages. So we have stopped building yet, but we haven't broken down. If we do break down, then I think we can look at levels a little lower and get back into the 130s. To the upside, resistance is at the moving average at 144.37. So you can see each time we break down in a downtrend, that's what you look to take as a trader. To me, you want to go with the trend and use your indicators to help you discern the trend. So that's what's been happening in the pound. And then we look at the euro yen. We'd like to calculate a Fibonacci retracement level, but we can't get out of this trend channel. Now we're in a downtrend. We're still there. 115.13. Not a lot of momentum building to the upside, but this oscillator has just started to turn negative. So if we break through these bottoms, I think we have to look at 113.77 and our previous lows at 112.10. In the event the market breaks out of this trend channel, can close above it and move up, then we have resistance very strong at 125.07. I mean 125.20. That's where the exponential moving average is right now. But for the most part, we're going to assume that we're going to continue in the downtrend because there's not been a lot of money for the buyers. Most of the money has been made by the sellers. When we look at dollar yen, same thing. It's in its downtrend channel. And if we break through these lows, let's see what that low is, 87.10, well then I think we're going to look at the bottom of the trend channel. Because look, we're coming down. There's 87.10. There's the bottom of the trend channel. So that would be a logical area for a down move if we break to the downside. To the upside, the first resistance is 93.37 above this 90 level, 90.50 area. So that's how we look. But we're looking to go with the trend. Look how nice it is when you can go with the trend. Boom, boom, boom. And that makes trading much simpler. Now, Swiss franc is the opposite. It has retraced 61%, but we have not closed above this level. We can't seem to close above it. When we do close above 1542 on a daily basis and break the high of that bar, then I think we could push and try and fill out this interior trend channel to build a little bit more momentum to the upside. So you'd be looking at a trend channel, something like that, with the bottom slid over, that it would shoot up for. Now the MACD is still building a little momentum to the upside right now. The moving averages are crossed, so again, I'm not looking to sell. I'm looking for an area to buy and catch on with it. And we may get one in a little bit if we can close above 1542 and break the highs. To the downside, support is going to be at this blue moving average, 1361, first level, followed by our 50% level at 1317. Canadian dollar is filling out what's called an ascending triangle, it appears. We've had, 1, 2, 3, and we're working for the fourth touch. But the moving average is still up. What we like to see is the moving average come down, the market come back down to average, define the trend is up, let it come back down to the moving average, and then when we continue the trend back up, that's where we like to jump in, somewhere closer to average, when we're building momentum to the upside. Right now, the market is flat. We've looked at it in just a flat market. I think there are other opportunities to trade, but you can see the sloping trend line support coming in around 1.20 and resistance. You can take your pick. There's not a lot to work off of. You could do an interior triangle such as this and call it 25. But with Friday coming, we do have Canadian GDP tomorrow, so there could be some opportunities to movement. But to me, the trend will still remain up as long as these blue moving averages stay crossed. So I think I see other opportunities. And we look at the New Zealand dollar and the Aussie. These have been following with the pound. If we look there, and the pound's through those lows, the Kiwi is not through. The Kiwi looks a lot like Euro Yen, just touching the bottoms there. And if it breaks through, then I think you can look at the lower levels. Resistance has to move to 55.37, this moving average. But we can look at support closer to 48 at the bottom of this trend channel. Look at the river. All the money has been made every time we break down for the sellers, not for the buyers. And now let's look at the Aussie. Same thing. It's a little stronger than the Kiwi, but again, the trend is down. We've broken down. We're moving down. The momentum is building to the downside there. Same in the New Zealand dollar. Euro Yen, not a lot of momentum, but it could pick up. Same with the pound. It's rolling over at 42.01. And the euro, 28.84. Euro's looking with its momentum a lot like the Kiwi and the Aussie, where we're still building to the downside. So that's my take on the markets right now. When we get a good trading opportunity, I'll be sure to let you know. But look, in an uptrend you want to be buying, in a downtrend you want to be selling, and the market moves up very quick in a downtrend. So there are opportunities to buy, but it's much easier to just go with the trend. So 28.83 right now, and you see dollar yen 89.28. with Euro Yen 15.04. So these are the levels. You've got your support and resistance. And I want to thank you for following along with my quick view report today for the major currencies. Feel free to stop by fxreturn.com, where we house all of our research. Sign up for a 2-week trial to our LP intraday signals or our TON trade on news software that helps you trade with the news events. We do have news tomorrow, Canadian GDP and U.S. Advanced GDP, 8:30 a.m. and 13:30 GMT. So thanks for following along. It's been a great week, a lot of opportunities, and I'll see you tomorrow for a live TON video, 8:30 a.m. East Coast. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.